This is One on One. We're pleased to welcome Dan Biederman, president of Biederman Redevelopment Ventures. You are the guys who did Bryant Park, not a bad job.
First thing in my career, I still love it.
Yeah, well, we also have you, the other reason we have you is not because of Bryant Park. Military Park, the park that I used to hang out in as a kid across from the Newark Public Library, the museum, and now NJPAC. That is something really special. On June 4th?
June 3rd, it formally opened, but we really opened it soft on May 14th, Steve, and it was a success from the beginning.
Tell folks, Dan, why it's so exciting, because for a lot of years before you did all that work, and I know it's going to be even better moving forward, it was not happening there. It is happening now. What's happening?
Theoretically, it's exciting because so many people have said to me, what you did works in Midtown Manhattan with a bunch of yuppies around, but it'll never work in a city that needs more help. So this is proving that's not the case. The users have been outstanding. They thank us more than the people in Bryant Park thank us for our work. And why it's so important in downtown Newark is it's a nice link between NJPAC and the arena and Pru. Pru's moving in right next to the park. So there's a string of just wonderful stuff in downtown Newark that cities 3 times its size can't claim. And we hope the park will continue to be one of those things.
As we show some visuals of it, Dan, describe what it is and then again what it's going to be.
It's a 4 or 5 acre park in downtown, which most people are vague about the location of. It's a thoroughly programmed park. In cities where there's a perception of past danger, you want to get knots of people in to make the park feel comfortable, especially to women who are the most important users. So we're running about 60% women, which is unbelievable. It's higher than Bryant Park. Women are very careful about their personal safety, and some of the things that are drawing women into the park are poetry readings, games, which are out there for free use, exercise classes, concerts.
Exercise classes in Military Park?
Absolutely. People are doing yoga, and capoeira and Zumba and all the things we're doing in Manhattan.
In Newark,
they're showing
it's
up.
You don't have to be in Manhattan for this to happen.
No, it's a very loyal crowd of people who are thrilled that the public parks are being programmed for stuff that they'd have to pay for if they went to a health club.
Talk about the Wi-Fi piece.
Coming up, it's thanks to great help from Pru and Audible.
Don Katz.
Don
Katz at Audible is going to be part of this series. He's a great guy.
Yep.
Talk about that piece of it.
People will have very good Wi-Fi. You know the thing, Steve, about Wi-Fi. I go to other cities where we have parks, and people will say, "Oh, we have Wi-Fi in our park," and then somebody across the room says, "Yeah, but it doesn't work." So
it's great, except it doesn't work.
You announce it, you put it in, but it's got to work. So this will work. We've done it on a neighborhood basis in the Chelsea neighborhood of Manhattan. And my guy who did that is really the operating guy in Military Park. So this will be very useful for people to continue working during their lunch hour, which has been critical at Bryant Park.
You know, it's funny, you talk about lunch hour. Our producer Jackie Tricarico and I, Jackie, remember we were teaching the class over at NYU? The NYU campus, not downtown, but Midtown, right?
Yep.
Over by the New York Public Library.
Oh, yes, NYU Real Estate Institute.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I was teaching a class there, and Jackie was the teaching assistant. I remember just walking out of there because we had a break. We walk into the Bryant Park area on a Saturday.
Jammed, right?
Jammed. You've got all these booths where people are selling not only food, but all kinds of other things. And I'm thinking, this is amazing. Biederman did this, and his people.
Yeah.
Question,
Thank
I
you.
was there watching that happen and being a part of that, I thought to myself, the impact that an urban park can have on a neighborhood is extraordinary. But I'm thinking that could never happen here in Newark, could it?
It is.
Could it be that? Is Bryant Park because it's New York City and we should expect a lot less here?
No, Bryant Park is Bryant Park because we started on it 30 years ago. So we're getting close. We always compete with the European parks like Luxembourg Gardens in Paris, and people always say to me, but that's had 250 years to be there. We're getting there, 30 years at Bryant Park. I say to people who watch Military Park now and say it's great, I say, wait till you see it in 5 years. It's going to be incredibly
But aren't you building
better,
up expectations
more
by
lively.
doing that?
But there's always something bad that can happen. There are bad guys roaming around, but if you create a sense of order with a lot of activity, cleanliness, nice restrooms, flowers everywhere, people really do observe it. Good example, we have 150 movable chairs there. Everybody.
Movable chairs?
You can just use them wherever you want in the park. Everybody in Newark said those won't last 2 minutes. And we have lost 2 to pilferage so far in 3 months. So better record than Bryant Park had in its first months. So
What does that tell you?
if you assume the best about people and give them a pleasurable experience, they will justify your faith.
What about the police piece of this whole thing? Police protection, safety?
We've had a good relationship with Newark PD, but we haven't called on them much so far. We have our own private guards who are on segways, which people think is kind of neat. And they gently urge people to behave the right way. This is stuff that doesn't get near a felony. This is not even violations. This is just little things like harassment of women or loud radio or whatever, and it's tamped down. And we're not at the point where we've had to really call on the
I
resources
just want to clarify,
of
when you
NPD.
say little things like harassment of women, you mean verbally saying something?
If people are cursing or if they're drinking from an open beer can, we'll tell them no. But interestingly, we have more of that kind of behavior on the other side of the river than we've had in
More in New
so
York?
far. Yeah.
Real quick before I let you out of here. You're big into the impact that parks can have on a city.
Oh, yes.
Who got you into Newark?
Ray Chambers.
It was,
I knew you'd know that name.
I did, yeah, I do. Ray Chambers got a lot of us into a lot of things in the city of Newark. He called you and he said, I want you to do this.
5 people.
Ray Chambers, who those of you who don't know is an extraordinary philanthropist, committed to the city, went to West Side High School, and got 30 seconds left. You tell people why you said yes.
Well,
other than the fact that Ray asked.
5 people on the Manhattan side had said to me, you know Ray Chambers? Newark needs you. You should meet him. When I met him and we did another project, he was smart enough to say, what's the next thing that would be good for downtown Newark? And his staff was very able. And I said, there's a park there that you could really do. So we wanted to work in a city like this.
Keep doing what you're doing. We love it.
Thank
and
you.
Military Park, Dan, is going to be great because of you and your team. And we look forward to it. Hey, listen, let's shoot. Let's do a program in Military Park.
It would be great to have you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding for this special edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato at NJIT has been provided by New Jersey Institute of Technology, Prudential Financial's Global Communications Department, Audible.com, Barnabas Health, TD Bank, Josh S. Weston, and by the law firm of Gibbons, P.C. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area. This program has been made possible in part by the Fidelco Group.